Hello, welcome to Should I Buy This Game? My name is Christine, and in this video, I'm going to be revisiting my top 10 anticipated games from GenCon now that I've had a chance to see them all in person. So the first game on the list was Harvest, and I went all in on Harvest. I got the Golden Edition, plus the meeples and the playmats. However, now that I have played, I probably won't use the playmats. I like that the wooden boards have layered pieces so you can put your water and fertilizer in and they fit into the board. The retail version is selling for around $60, I think, so it's a lot more affordable. But I personally love all the wooden pieces and meeples. Harvest is a lot of fun. You only get 12 turns, 3 turns and 4 rounds. So it's a tight game and you need to be able to make some good decisions to get those big points. And each character has special abilities and it does make a difference to what you can do in the game. So when you're picking your character, you may want to look at them all and find one you really like. I'm really happy that I was able to get Harvest and I'm looking forward to playing it more. Next up, we have Knitting Circle. And in Knitting Circle, you're working on completing cards of knitted items. You want to be changing up colors and patterns to make the most appealing garment based on your goals. And I think I need to play it to fully grasp the challenges involved, but I know I will definitely be checking it out when it hits Kickstarter. Up next is the Bonsai expansion, Wabi Sabi. And I was actually able to buy this expansion at GenCon, and it contains everything you need for a 5th player, including a new game board. There are also 3 new goal tiles, and then plus this new Shirakuza tile module. And to play with the new module, you add 2 tiles between the goal tiles. And once you achieve a goal, you have the option of taking the Shirakuza tile. Now, if you're able to complete the goal on the new tile, then the original goal on the tile you got will double its score. However, if you cannot complete the goal on the Shirakuza tile, your original goal tile you got would be worth 0. So there is a risk, but a big reward. There are also new watering and fertilizing cards, and the watering cards give you the option of holding on to the card, and then later in the game, you can play the card to get an additional tile or placing an additional tile. And the fertilizing cards let you take an additional card at some point in the game. And if you have a pair of the cards, you will receive 7 additional points. The next game was Canopy Evergreen. And we weren't able to see this game, but we did see Canopy. And Canopy Evergreen is going to be similar to Canopy, but in a new setting. And there's also going to be trees that will build up, like little tokens versus cards. So Canopy is a card game, and you're growing trees, collecting animals and plants, and monitoring weather to make the happiest rainforest. It's played over 3 seasons, scoring your trees, plants, and weather each season, and then your animals at the end. And I bought the base game of Canopy. Canopy Evergreen is a standalone game, but I bought the original Canopy. And Gem and I played a few games and really enjoyed it, and so I am looking forward to hearing more about Canopy Evergreen. Citizens of the Spark is a straight-up set collection game. It's a card game as well. And you lay out 3 sets of 3 cards, so 9 cards in like 3 rows of 3. And then you choose which row you want to add to your hand. The rows you don't pick get little tokens beside them that will be worth points at the end of the game. And you're trying to collect the same citizen for more points, and each turn you can activate a citizen to gain points. And so after seeing this game, I'm not sure now if it is one I would buy. The concept seems fairly easy, and I wonder if it would keep my interest, because I've since picked up a lot of really great card games. So this one I may not be as excited for now that I've seen it. Mischief is by the designer of Arboretum. And it's my understanding that you're playing cards against each other. It's a 2-person game to see who will have the most influence. However, like Arboretum, you need to hold some cards back in your hand to be able to score the cards on the table. Now, honestly, that was the one rule of Arboretum that we didn't like. So now that So now I'm not so sure if this is a game I will end up buying. I'll need to see more of it once it comes out on Kickstarter in October. Number 7 was Moon Bunny, and this game looks really cute. You have 2 bunnies, and one can move 3 spots, and the other can move anywhere in the row or column they are on. You need moon cakes to switch out your bunnies. You only play with one at a time. And you use the bunny to collect tiles to add to your player area. And you're collecting recipes and then trying to fulfill them. You're also collecting sets of items to earn points or collecting tiles that will get you the mooncakes. Then at the end of the game, the person with the most points wins. And this game looks really cute. I like the mechanic of having 2 bunnies and swapping them out. And it seems like a light strategy game that I think would be fun and quick game to try out. So I'm looking forward still to seeing this one. Next up, we have Nature. And I had a chance to play Nature with the Rainforest module at GenCon. And I really enjoyed this game. Some of the other modules, like Tundra and there's a dinosaur one, are supposedly quite difficult. However, Rainforest was a really great one for us. So each round, you're adding animals to your play area. And then in the following rounds, you're upgrading them. You have to feed them. And you're either challenging others or defending your own animals. You play up to 3 cards on an animal, giving it special powers in the game, such as eating if others are eating, adding poison if being attacked, to being able to get extra food. The game plays over 5 to 7 rounds, depending how many modules you add to your base game. And at the end of each round, you are adding up the food you fed to your animals that you have put into your bag at the end of the round. At the end of the game, you add up all the food in the bag, and the person with the most food wins. And the gentleman we played with said it reminded him of Evolution. I've never played Evolution, but he likes some of the different mechanics in Nature better than Evolution. So I am looking forward to checking out Nature when it becomes available. Now, Pack the Essentials. Unfortunately, this game wasn't available to see at GenCon. However, I'm still interested since it is about packing cats in suitcases. Number 10 on our list was Tower Up. And again, I was able to play this one. And on your turn, you're either choosing a card, which gets you a colored building piece, or you are building. To build, you add a piece to a building or start a new building. And then you need to add pieces to any other building your building is around. So any that are next door to it. Then you put your roof on top of the building. You score based on how many pieces are between your roof and the next lowest roof. And then you move your little truck along your personal scoreboard, and you keep playing until all 10 roofs of one player is done. Then everyone else gets one more turn. There are also 3 challenges for each game, such as building in 4 parks, building one of all 4 colors, or building in all 5 zones. Now, overall, I found this to be a very simple game and concept. We played a 4-player game in 45 minutes. I didn't find that there were too many challenges in the game, and the player before me was basically playing the same game as me, and he collected 2 of the bonuses worth 7 points each right before I did it, so I only got the 5-point bonus right after him. So player order matters because he ended up winning. And so for me personally, I just think there are better city building games available. Now, my honorable mentions was Parks, Roll and Hike. And this was one of the first games I bought at GenCon. I got it when I got Harvest. And I've been able to play it once with Gemma, and we really liked the concept of it, and you draw icons and write in your journal. And there are a few chain actions. So we're looking forward to playing this one some more, but we really enjoyed our first play of it. My second honorable mention was Above and Below Haunted. If you're a fan of Above and Below, then you'll definitely want to check out Haunted. It adds in ghosts that haunt your buildings that you need to get rid of each round, but by getting rid of them, you haunt your opponent's buildings. So otherwise, much of the game is the same with a few additions. I think there's a different cave options that you can go through, and you're gaining points. And and there's also an addition of gaining points if you're first to harvest a resource. So there's a few different mechanical changes, but if you like Above and Below, you will want to check out Haunted. And I just want to add one more game I'm looking forward to now that I've seen it, and that is the Meadow Adventure Book. The adventure book replaces the campfire, and you will now add new scenarios for each chapter of the book. And it looks really cute, and I can't wait to check it out. And it's going to be available in late October or November, I think. So let me know, now that you've been able to see the games a bit better, if you're still excited about any of these games and which of these games might be hitting your wish lists.